a story of Ashtavakra Muni and King Janaka. It is a very interesting story. One day there was a conference of rishis organized by King Janaka, and King Janaka was a devout among the kings of our ancient India. If you did not know, King Janaka was also the father of Mother Sita, Ma Sita. And it was way before the birth of Sita, and King Janaka invited many sages all around the world, and they were discussing about a lot of things. King Janaka proposed that I am willing to give my everything if someone can teach me the ultimate nature of reality in a very short amount of time. I want to learn the ultimate knowledge in a very short amount of time. It is almost the King Janaka is resonating with the people of this age. We want good things in a very short amount of time. So King Janaka, after hearing this, the sages replied that no, we need time, we need perseverance to learn, because it is the nature of learning. And this way the discussions were going on. Among the people of the conference, a person mentioned that there is a sage called Ashtavakra who has a crooked figure, but his knowledge is immense. And he seems to claim that he can give the knowledge if the student is ready anytime, in any amount of time. And King Janaka was interested. King Janaka sent his army to bring that person. He said that our king is ready to give everything in order to have this knowledge. And Ashtavakra was the only Muni, or at that time was Muni, the only Muni who did not come in that event, because he was staying outside the main place of the king in the jungle. Then Ashtavakra Muni thought that, okay, since king has sent his own people, then I must go, I will go. Let me take me to the king. And they took Ashtavakra to the kingdom, to the palace. All the rishis and everyone bowed down to Ashtavakra that such a great person is coming. And in front of the king, in front of Ashtavakra, the king bowed down again and said that I want to learn the Brahma Vidya, I want to learn the ultimate nature of reality in a short amount of time, in the quickest possible time. Please teach me. And Ashtavakra said, teach me in an instant. And Ashtavakra said, what is your definition of instant? How you want to learn? As the conversations were going on, the other people who were in the audience section, they were talking like, who is this person? Is this a rishi? The rishi should be glamorous with a good figure and everything. Who is this? Ashtavakra means eight crooked signs in the body, and his figure was dysfunctional. And this was a weird thing to say to the rishis at that time. But people were discussing, gossiping among themselves. And when Ashtavakra reached the stage, then when he was given the place to speak about the Brahma Vidya, then Ashtavakra said that, what is the cost of leather? What is the cost of leather in your kingdom? Then the people were astonished that why is such a person speaking about leather? And he said, are leather too costly here? Then King Janaka replied that, why are you speaking about leather? Are you going to teach us economics? Because we want to learn about the ultimate nature of reality. Then Ashtavakra replied, why are the people talking about my skin as if my skin is of their concern? I thought that they might peel my skin and use it as their leather, since they are so much concerned with the globules in my skin. And then other people apologized, and then king apologized as well. And king said that, Maharshi, I want to learn from you the Brahma Vidya in an instant. And he again said, what do you mean by instant? What is the speed according to you? What is the time according to you? King Janaka replied that in an instant I mean as soon as I get into the horse, I must reach my destination. That is my definition of instant. Then after some time, the Ashtavakra said, okay, I can give you, but I need 3 things from you for that. Then Janaka replied, why only 3 things? I am ready to give you anything. I am ready to give you 30 things. Just ask. But instead, you have to give me the ultimate knowledge. And Ashtavakra agreed to it. Ashtavakra then said, okay, give me 3 things only. I don't need anything more, nor do I need anything less. At first, give me your wealth. Give me all your wealth. Number 2, give me your body. And number 3, give me your mind. He asked for these 3 things. Then King Janaka replied, okay, all my wealth, everything that I have, all is yours. I'm giving it to you. In the stage I am announcing this. I give my body to you. You can place my body in any place you want. Use it in any way. And number 3, I am giving my mind to you. Now give me Brahma Vidya. Ashtavakra said, okay, so you have given me everything, all your wealth, all your kingdom? He said, yes, I give you. Then you have given me your body. Janaka said, yes, I give you my body. Ashtavakra said, okay, then I want to place your body in my shoes. Go, sit on my shoes. That is outside the door. King Janaka went and sat on the shoes of Ashtavakra. All the people were saying, oh, what is happening? There is no lecture about Brahma and everything. Yeah, and they are sitting. King is sitting on that floor on the shoes of this crooked sage. And while sitting on the shoes, Janaka was thinking, oh my God, his shoes are so poor, so old. And then he remembered, okay, oh no, I cannot think about poor and rich at this moment, because all of my wealth I have given to him. I have given all my wealth to Ashtavakra. Then Ashtavakra shouted from the stage, no, Janaka, you cannot say it's your money anymore. You have given it to me. Janaka said, okay, no, I cannot think about my money. I have to sit in this way, I have to sit in that way, he want to fit himself in that shoes. Then again there, Ashtavakra shouted, no, Janaka, you cannot think, because you have given your mind to me. Then Janaka realized that it is not that easy to control the mind, and you have to give that mind to Ashtavakra. And at that moment, sitting on the shoes or padukas of Ashtavakra, he realized that mind is not him. He is not the mind, he is not the body, nor is he the wealth. He was identified in a wrong way with them. And in that moment, in that instant, as he imagined, he got the Brahma Vidya. He was enlightened. And seeing his face, seeing his expression, Ashtavakra realized that whatever he wanted, he received. Then Ashtavakra said, okay, you don't have to sit in the shoes anymore, come back. A happy Janaka king returned to the stage. And all the people were astonished with the change in the face of Janaka. That what kind of pleasure is this man feeling at this moment? So he did not have to do anything new. He was that truth. He just realized that. And King Janaka came to Ashtavakra, bowed down to him. And Ashtavakra asked, how are you feeling? Janaka said, I am feeling great. And Ashtavakra asked, how much time did it take? Janaka said, it did not take any time at all. Because time is not of definition. Time is for this mind. Time is for this body, because this has age. This has a limit. This has a period to create and destroy. The soul or the being that we are is timeless. The definition of time arises from the mind, and that is beyond mind. And that was a wonderful atmosphere. So this was the story of the enlightenment of King Janaka. I don't know how much was I able to comprehend. But the message that we get, that we are already that reality, that we all are aspiring to know. We are already that reality, that we are in that place, but we don't realize. And thus the process to realize, the process to redefine our identities takes a huge toll on the mind. And many people from there realize that, got the process that, okay, we are the mind and everything, so we will just follow this story and we will get the realization. But what they forget Even if Janaka was Brahma and he knew, the theory, it never worked unless he surrendered himself to Ashtavakra.
Surrendering is ambition.
Yes, surrendering is the key. You have to sit on the paduka of your guru. What that suggests is that you have to follow the footsteps of your master. Unless at first you need a master, you have to surrender your ego to him. You have to surrender your wealth to him. Then you have to surrender your mind to him. This is the way to proceed. In this yug, in this era, surrendering your wealth to your master is called Ishtabhriti. Surrendering your mind to him is called Jajan. And surrendering your body, mind, service to him is called Jajan. So Jajan, Jajan, Ishtabhriti are the core process of doing that in practice. Three pillars of existence. And as you can dig into these three things are actually one. As you can dig into these pillars of existence, you will realize the key. So no matter what the spiritual practice we do, unless we have a dedicated effort for the pursuit of the truth for our master, we cannot achieve anything. This is the core principle and core message of this story. So there is a need of master. And why enlightenment? What is enlightenment? I don't know. I don't know how our enlightenment feels like or anything. But what I know is we seek that enlightenment. We seek that enlightenment. And that enlightenment is the unbounded flow of joy. We will face grief, we will face problems, but we will solve them and move on. And there will be a continuity in our remembrance. There will be a continuity of our consciousness. And we will be ever expanding through our mind, through our being, and keep realizing our vicinity, how far we can go. This continuous flow that no one can stop. See the river. The river is starting from the Himalayas, and river is flowing into the Ganges, into the ocean. So it seems like it's starting and ending, but the river by itself is unending. It's a continuous flow. It's going and going. This continuity we have to achieve, and that tremendous continuity is the essence of enlightenment, is the essence of this life. That is immortality. The change is the only constant. That we want that kind of immortality, and that is enlightenment in true sense. Janaka was enlightened, but he died eventually. So what? In consciousness he is alive. He is even being helpful to us in some way or the other. He is alive in us. And so for that reason we need a master who is enlightened, not by mere practice. Because there are some masters who are the teachers of all teachers. They are not enlightened per se. They are the enlightening factor. A person came to Sri Thakur, a person who was a seeker and a practitioner of heavy Vedantic practices. He came to Sri Thakur, came and asked him directly that, Thakur or master, are you enlightened? Thakur replied, was like a child. He did not know the meaning of enlightenment. Then he asked his devotee that, hey, is your master enlightened? He said, no, Thakurji is not enlightened. I don't. Because to him, Thakur is a normal man, a great man, good man, loving man, but normal man. And he thought, then why have I come here? He did not have a beard. He did not have wearing saffron robes or anything. He's just a normal man. He was leaving. And Thakur noticed that that person is leaving. And he suggested someone, a devotee, that go please talk with him. And that devotee followed him. And later he asked that, Dada, have you taken food? Have you taken the prasad from Ananda Bajar and everything? He said, no, but what will I do here? Your guru himself is not enlightened, he's saying. Then he asked that, brother, when you cook something, the food, if you cook a raw vegetable, then it becomes a cooked vegetable. So the vegetable can be cooked, but the fire cannot be cooked. Thakur is that fire, master is that fire. Who helps in being cooked? It is like us. We want to get inflamed, we want to get enlightened.
Master is above all enlightenment.
And master is the light.
Master is above enlightenment. He is more than enlightening.
then if we say enlightenment is the ultimate, then how can we, it's mathematically wrong to go above enlightenment. So there is only one option. He is the enlightening key. He is the key to enlightenment. He is the enlightenment manifested. He is the knowledge manifested. He is Krishna. Krishna means Korshan Kari, the Korshan itself. He is the attraction himself. That's why he is called Amanishwar. When they talk about Purushottam, and by Thakur what we are mentioning is this league of men. This Purushottam, why are sages, so great sages, who are enlightened by themselves, by tremendous rigorous practice. They are giving Purushottam to another league. Why did they give a separate league for Purushottam even if they had so much knowledge? Because they are self-enlightened. Because they are complete by themselves. They are the factor through which one can get enlightened. That's why they are called God incarnate. Whether you believe in God or doesn't matter. We must believe in a man through whom we can get that knowledge, which we call the goodness. So God is good incarnate. The God is God to good. And that's why it is in flesh and blood. An incarnate human being whom we call the fulfiller, the best. Thank you.